In the IT department at SNI, there are a number of teams that are called upon for software development, known as Scrum. Taking on new projects, otherwise known as epics, is considered especially daunting. In Knoxville, Tennessee, within the dedicated teams who take on these epics is an elite Scrum team, known as Team Light. Here is their epic. The Epic Mission. Business Affairs and the VP of Content would like to replace the current diversity spreadsheet with a more robust user experience. The end product, Content Diversity Survey.
The Content Diversity Survey is designed to be completed by the production companies. So it means we will be getting information every time they deliver a series, and we'll be able to cross-reference that with our air schedule and be able to know on an ongoing basis how well we're doing.
Introducing Chris Faber, Scrum Master and Systems Analyst, responsible for gathering requirements, documentation, and diagrams needed for the team. Most importantly, he helps protect the team from any outside interruption so they can stay productive. Ray Easterday, Software Engineer, responsible for implementation, design, and documentation of an application. Edward Janskavigas, Software Developer and T-Fanatic. Lately, he's been doing a lot of database work, documentation, and jumping out of airplanes. Oh, and he performs any kind of programming tests. Jacob Hernandez, Software Engineer and Resident Fire Dancer, creator of software solutions to meet business needs, and plays with fire. Sagar Gadala, Software Engineer, responsible for design and development of Java J2EE projects. Mihir Dundasidia, QA Analyst, loves to make developers cry by breaking their code. And John Sofranic, UI developer, responsible for building user interfaces that support the exchange of information between the users and the back end. Scrum methodology. Scrum methodology is one of the best agile development practices in use at Scripps Networks today. It emphasizes communication and collaboration, functioning software, and the flexibility to adapt to emerging business realities. Melissa Roberts is the product owner. She helps to make sure the right features make it into the product backlog and also serves as the liaison between the stakeholder and Team Light. The product backlog is a collection of requirements or user stories needed to create the Content Diversity Survey. It's a wish list of features needed to create the product.
When the project comes to the team, as we get a prioritized backlog from the product owner. It's a list of user stories that all that combined makes a project or an epic. The first thing the team does is we size the user stories based on relative weight. Once all the user stories have been sized, we go to the product owner and we do what's called release planning.
Based on the weights given to the user stories, release planning is done to approximate the total time needed to complete the epic. The total duration is then broken down into sprints. Sprints are short duration milestones that allow Team Light to tackle manageable chunks of the project and get it to a ship-ready state.
We do 2-week sprints, so from beginning to end, we try to finish up a certain amount of user stories within that sprint. During the sprint, every day we have a daily stand-up. At the daily stand-up, we ask 3 questions. What did you do since yesterday's stand-up? What do you plan to do today? And are there any obstacles?
On a Scrum project, the team tracks its progress using a burn-down chart for each sprint. It provides the team a day-by-day measure of the remaining work during a sprint.
So basically, we're taking a huge epic, then going to the user story, and of that user story, we're cutting it into pieces that we can actually work on, these tasks.
When the 2-week sprint is complete, the team has a sprint review with the product owner and stakeholders. The purpose is to ensure the team has completed each product backlog item or user story within a given sprint, but more importantly, it's to ensure the team has achieved the overall goal of the sprint.
All right, welcome to Content Diversity's the last sprint review for Team Light.
I think it looks great. I mean, I think it's night and day over what we were working with. So
Team Light completed their epic mission at the final sprint review. And the Content Diversity Survey was accepted with rave reviews. Now that's teamwork. Final delivery of the Content Diversity Survey wouldn't have been possible without assistance from the Shared Resources team. Ian Ratner, Project Steward, provides team, product owner, release, and management and financial support to help ensure the team is free of roadblocks and can successfully deliver the project. And Derek Hatcher, Ian's successor, who oversaw and helped to deliver the final project. Lisa Maxey, User Interface Designer, designs sketches for what the user will see and makes the user's interaction as simple and efficient as possible. Alex Garrison, Solutions Architect, also known as the Architect. He works with the team to ensure the overall solution fits the enterprise plan. Prashant Chakrapani, Data Services. He's responsible for creating the data model to support the application to the business needs. Speaking of teamwork, Team Light hit the streets of Gatlinburg for an outing of fun and adventure. In the midst of all of their hard work, the team took time to implement one of Scripps' core values: work-life balance.
How soft it is?
Another core value is humor, and these guys really do have a comical affinity for each other.
You can eat the hottest thing you have.
1, 2,
Here we go.
3.
Did it in the back of my...
That's insane, dude.
There's nothing these guys won't do as a team.
Bye, we gotta go!
And that's what Scrum methodology is all about.